opportunity. Oh. There is nothing in the world as wonderful as to have been given an opportunity. So many people wait in the wings, chewing at the bit, patting their foot, waiting on an opportunity. An opportunity is an invisible thing that if you don't discern it instinctively, it will not be mentioned in the text, because opportunities are a matter of perception. You must have a revelation to see a moment as an opportunity. An opportunity will not walk up to you and say, hello, ma'am, I am an opportunity.
This is one of the advantages of being elite. You know, elites get more classes. We have more groups, et cetera, et cetera. We have opening bell call. So you get more opportunities to, of course, you know, compound your account. One of the gems that we have being an elite member is we have the account, which is just simply count a big account that's connected to OBG, and he trades it for you. So all you do is connect.
We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
OBG. He wins a trade, we win a trade. It's that simple. All right, it's just that simple. We don't got to complicate things. All you're doing is connecting it, and OBG manages the big account. All right. Let's get started, family. Let's get started. We're going to jump into candlesticks. All right, we're going to pick up where we left off. Last call, we talked about, you know, our order blocks and these different zones, creating zones in your order blocks and all that good stuff we talked about, right? Now we're going to talk about the importance of understanding your candlestick. Your candlesticks are telling you a story. It's telling you a story. It's just up to you to listen and be like, what is it trying to tell me right now? All right. So let me get this out the way. There we go. 1 second, family. Let me get my setup right. Judah said, I'm waiting to board a plane back to Atlanta. I'll be with you as long as possible. Oh, I appreciate you on while you at the airport. That's dope. That's dope. Safe travels to you. All right. So let's get this started. Let's get this started. Getting a little organized now for y'all. I got my candlestick right here. All right. So the first thing, remember, if I've been on my calls before, I always say my #1 favorite reversal pattern is the head and shoulders. All right. Let me show y'all what the head and shoulders look like. This is the head and shoulders, family. So this is the shoulder. Boom. This is the head. The head is always going to be in the middle. It's going to be bigger than the first shoulder. The left shoulder, bigger. Come back down to the same, around the same line. This is the neckline. And then this is the right shoulder. This is where we're looking to take the trade on the right shoulder. This is called the head and shoulder pattern. All right. Drop a 3 in the chat if y'all see this. Head and shoulders. Drop a 3 in the chat. You know, my chats is very interactive. I want to make sure everybody's seeing this because we're going to show it live on the charts. This right here, head and shoulders, once you could identify this pattern being formed, it has an 85% winning rate, family. 85% winning rate. That's why I love it. All right. So shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We take it on the right side. It's like an M or a W. We always take it on the right side. All right. So let's take a look at this. I already marked this up, so I didn't have to go and find it. Right? Left shoulder, head, which is higher than the left shoulder, and then the right shoulder. Once you identify this, you're looking to jump in on the right side for this trade, right? Where you're trying to get out, let's take a look now. Let's take a look. So I want y'all to get the idea, head and shoulders. Let's take a look at this again now. This is a different variation of head and shoulders. It's not going to look perfect like a perfect sketch. All right. We're talking about real time candlestick in the charts. It's not going to look perfect, but these are examples what the head and shoulders will look like. Left, you got the head, you got the right shoulder. So this is where you're looking to take trades on the right side. As you can see this right here, you already see this, and we're going to get into our candle, but this right here is a bearish engulfing candle. Great sign to jump in a trade. All right, neckline. You're looking for price to break the neckline, and this thing is gone. All right, let's take a look one more. We got 2 right there. I want y'all to see this visual. Right, we got 2 right there. So look at this right now. We got the left, we got the head, we got the right. It formed, broke, shot down. Where are we trying to get out the trade? We did order blocks. Last call, we did order blocks. Is this an order block right here, family? Drop a yes or no if you see this as an order block right here. Yes or no? We on the 4-hour time frame. Yes or no? Y'all see it? Let me get a little sip right here. Let me get a little sip. You can't see it. Why not, Denor? Michael, why is this not an order block? What is an order block? Can't see. All right, let me make this a little clearer for you. Can you see now, Denor? Michael said no. Why is this not an order block, Michael? Tell me why. Oh, I don't understand. So how are you going to say no if you don't understand them yet, Mike? All right. So we got the opposing candle, which is the sell candle. Then we got this big what? Impulse push. Big impulse push. Market price got away from this candle quickly. That is your order block. That's simple. Opposing candle, big push got away from it. Mark up the order block. So I mark up right here from the body. Imbalance is something different. It's something different. Something different. I'll show you what the imbalance looks like in a second. All right. So I got from the body, and I'm going to put my back end of my zone to the bottom of this wick. Why? Why to this wick and not here? Because price shown it could get down here. Price shown it could get down here. So for me, back testing as much as I have from the body all the way down to this wick, the next candle, this wick, I'm respecting it. So that's my zone. All right. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom out. We can't make this up, family. We can't make this up. We have our head and shoulders. Boom. Broke on the right side. Where did the price come to? These are your POIs, family. This order block is your point of interest. POI, point of interest. Look where it came to. Right to our order block. Perfectly. Can't make this up, family. All right. So this is the importance of having these order blocks marked up. And from here, you're able to jump in these trades. All right. From here, you're able to jump in these trades, family. So this is head and shoulders. We're not going to dive too deep. I just want y'all to see this, the power of finding these reversal patterns in conjunction with an order block, for example. And you're able to enter the trade and you're able to get out of a trade just by identifying these two things. All right. Drop a 4 in the chat if that makes sense. Drop a 4 in the chat if that makes sense. Where is the confirmation on that again? Confirmation for this order block was this right here. If we want to get technical on this side where we're jumping into the trade, we're jumping the trade somewhere here. We got to go on the lower time frames. All right. So lower time frames, since you asked, on this one, once I go to the 1 hour, it's too far back. That was the problem. Once I go to the 1 hour, it's too far back. It won't let us see on the 1 hour. Let me show you, make sure you know I'm not capping. But it all comes down to back test. You got to back test like an animal. See, this is where it stops. It won't let us go any further to see. All right. So let's go to the next thing. That is head and shoulder. That's my favorite pattern to identify, family. All right. Let's go into these other ones now. Let's go into bearish and engulfing candles. Very important. Bearish and engulfing. So the first thing first, bearish engulfing. Let's take a look at that. This is what it looks like. Very simple. It's two candles. We're identifying two candles, especially on the uptrend. Especially on the uptrend, if we could identify a bearish engulfing candle on the uptrend, that is excellent. All right. So this is all it is right here. So this is the bearish candlestick right here. This is the bearish candlestick, and it's engulfing the previous. So this is why it's called a bearish engulfing candlestick. Drop a 5 in the chat if this makes sense. We got the previous candle, which is a buy candle. The next candle engulfs it. Okay. Let's take a look now. Let's take a look. We got it on the charts now. Let's take a look on the charts. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to having a push up. We're pushing up. Price is starting to exhaust itself and look for reversal, right? Nice push up. It's starting to exhaust itself. We got another push right back to this little ceiling. Let's call it a little ceiling right here. It hits the ceiling. Got another little push right back to the ceiling. And then what do we see right here? What is this, family? What are we talking about right now? Bearish engulfing. There we go. Bearish engulfing. So once we see this right here, we wait for this to close. And where we enter in the trade? At the close. Right here, we're going to enter the trade. And as you see right here, stop loss is always going to be above the high. So you want to put your stop loss up here somewhere. Let's say 30 pips above, whatever the case is. Your stop loss is always going to be above the high. Wait for the close. Enter above the high. Where are we trying to take profit now? A lot of people ask me that. Take profit. Your take profit is always going to be at these pivots. This is called a pivot. Coming down, change of direction is your pivot. So this is a pivot. TP1 at this pivot right here. Y'all see this? TP2 down here. All right. Now, what does all this looks like? Look at this right here. This is the order block. Opposing candle, big push. Take profit. So things start to align. It's going to start to align once you start to see it right here. Opposing candle, big push. TP2. This is when it's going to start to align. Once you start to back test, back test, back test, back test. When you start to put in those hours of back testing, you're going to see this a lot more clearer, family. All right. Drop a 6 in the chat if this makes sense so far. Bearish engulfing. Wait for the close. It's on the up. It's on the push up. Wait for the close. This is my entry. Stop loss is where? Above the high. So stop loss is above here somewhere. TP, you're going to be targeting these pivots. If you could identify an order block here, which is here, perfect. Pivots. Pivots. We're getting out the trade. All right. So this is the bearish. Let's take a look now at the bullish. The bullish is the same concept, just reverse. So on the downtrend, price is shooting down on the downtrend. We're still going to look at the 2 candles. So we're looking at this candle. This is the last push on the downtrend. This is the last push right here. And then the next candle is what? This bullish candle that's engulfing this previous bear candle. Make sense, family? So this is a bullish engulfing candle. Bullish engulfing candle. And we in there. Let's take a look what that looks like. Let's take a look at what that looks like. All right, so we're in the charts right now. Boom, we're in the charts. It's pushing up. So we could tell it's in the uptrend, right? It's in the uptrend right now. What is this? What hour time frame? This is the 4-hour time frame right now we're looking at. It's in an uptrend, pushing up. Of course, we know it got to be what? Retracements. It got to retrace a little bit. It has to. That's just how price moves. Price is not just going to continue to go up like this. It got to pull back. All right. That bearish have to be halfway on the green. Not all the times. That is like textbook, the textbook definition, I would say, but not all the times. All right. So we're pushing up. We see the retracement. Even looking at this right here. On the 4-hour, this is an order block right here. If I mark the zone right here, this is an order block. And this is why order blocks are so powerful. And I want y'all to look out for them. So we had the pullback right here. And you'd be like, where is price pulling back? It's in an uptrend and price is correcting itself right now. Where is it correcting itself so I could jump in another buy? We have an order block right here. Let me mark this up. Price came into my order block. Sheesh, I'm in there. We got a nice big bullish engulfing candle. You could have took the trade, made some money. Price wasn't ready to shoot all the way yet. It did what? It did one more correction. It did one more correction right back into our order block. And then we got another bullish engulfing candle that signaled another entry opportunity for us at the close of this candle. Where's the stop loss going to be, family? Y'all can unmute yourself if you have the answer too, if it's faster. Where's the stop loss going to be? Oh, there we go, Denor, you got it. Right below.
Above
What you said, Carla?
below the low.
Below right here. Yes, ma'am. Right here. Below it. Boom. And then what happens after this? Price took off and went on a journey. It went on a journey. So a lot of money was made right here just by being, disciplined, being patient, waiting for these certain zones. And when price enters the zone, This is our order block zone. When price entered our zone, we didn't just take the trade, right? We just wait for reversal confirmations. So if you want to be like a more conservative trader, a more, you don't want to be aggressive trader, you wait for price to come into your zone, and then you look for these reversal patterns. And this will give you the best opportunity to win your trade and get a lot of pips. All right, does that make sense, family? Drop an 8 in the chat if this is making sense. Drop an 8 in the chat, family. Drop an 8 in the chat if this is making sense. It took me a while to figure this out. Not figure it out like I knew a lot, but the discipline part. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it's in an uptrend. I'm like, man, if it shoots back here a little bit, I'm taking it. When I'm not even looking at the overall what's happening in the past and identifying order blocks or point of interest, I call them. Certain ones I call point of interest. So this would be my point of interest. And before I wouldn't identify them. So price will come here and I jump in to buy, like, oh, you got to go up. And it shoots back down to this point of interest, and I'll close out the trade and take a massive loss. All right. We have what time frame should we be looking for the confirmation of bullish candle? Perfect question. Let me see if I could find something live. So I mark up on the day. I might do the week, the day, the 4 hour, right? So I'm looking for the 4 hour. And then from there, once price is in my zone, I'm looking at the 1 hour and the 30 minutes for these reversal candles. All right. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let me see if I can find something real quick. One second, family. All right. So I always do the day. I always do the day. There we go. All right. So I've always do the day. So I scroll back in the past a little bit and see what's happening, right? So I'm looking at different order block opportunities, different zones. For example, on the day, I'm just going to mark this up real quick. Let's say this area right here, this area, price was hidden, and didn't break it until it finally broke it. So this is a point of interest area right here on the daily, right? This is something I'll be looking at. I'm gonna put it right on the body where it finally broke, right? This is a point of interest area, and just being patient on this area and marking it up, setting my alert, we're able to see price come back down here, hit it, and take off. So now on the day, I'll go to the 4 hour. Let's say on the day, let me circle this area real quick. This area we're going to focus on. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. All right, so on the 4 hour, we're seeing prices dancing on it. We have a bullish engulfing candle right here. We can wait for it, jump in a trade. From here, how many pips is this? For those that enter the trade. We're doing live. There we go. So this is about 40 pips already right here, all right, until it shot back down. And I'm going to show you something. We're going to get into it. 40 pips right here. Once you up 30 pips, you move your stop loss to your entry. 40 pips, it's on you if you want to take your profits from here or you want to let it ride out, all right? Price shot back down now. Price shot back down and gave us something that I was going to get to in the next candle. This is called this 3 candlestick pattern right here. This is the next one we're going to get into. LC, if you're on the call, LC, what's the name of this pattern right here? My guy, LC. If you're on the call. These 3 candlesticks.
That's the Morning Star right there.
That's the what, LC?
Morning Star.
All right, so LC already know. He's been in on a lot of my sessions. So price came back into this zone now, this area that was broken before. right? Came back down. Us being able to identify this right here on the 4 hour Morning Star, we already know once 1, 2, 3, we taking it on the close. Let's see how much money would have made. Let's see how much money we'd have made right here. It shot up here. All right. This is 220 pips. If we're playing it up here, this is 115 pips in the day. This took 16 hours for 115 pips based off this candlestick pattern right here. Right. So what is the Morning Star? Let's take a look, family. Where's my
One question, I'm sorry, before you go to that, is that right next to it considered a Head and Shoulders too?
Where at? Right here?
No, to your right, to the right of it. Wouldn't that be a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, or no?
Nah, that wouldn't be a complete head and shoulder. I see what you're trying to say, but it's not. It's not like structured. It's not really structured.
Okay, because it's not down by the red line.
Exactly. Like right here, if this would have been the left shoulder, let's say, for example, and I appreciate that question. This would have been, let's say, the left shoulder. Boom, head. It would have to come back down here somewhere. See where it stopped?
Okay.
If it came back down here somewhere like this and then pulled back, I don't know why this thing keeps cutting my thing off.
Oh, okay.
It would have been like this. That would have been a nice head and shoulder to take. So I see what you're saying, though.
All right.
Well, that was a nice observation for sure. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this, family. Let's take a look at this. Where's my candlesticks? All right. We got the evening star. Where's my morning star? Morning star, morning star, morning star. Let me type this in real quick for us to see, family. And you can always utilize Google Morning Star pattern. I'll show you what that looks like. All right. So it's a 3 candlestick pattern. In a downtrend, you got to be a downtrend. You got to be shooting down. This is the last push right here. This is the last push. 1. Then this candle right here is called your doji. This is indecision. This is indecision candle showing that the sellers are losing momentum. And then the 3rd candle that finishes us up showing us that the buyers are coming into play. So sellers last push, then indecision, losing momentum, buyers coming into play. All right. That's how it's going to look right here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, shoot. So knowing your candles, knowing what you're looking for, it's going to give you these opportunities to jump into these trades. All right. So this is the morning star right here. Jump into these trades. So that's what I want y'all to identify. Shooting down. It's in our point of interest. This is a point of interest right here. Price came down here in our point of interest, and we're able to identify this morning star. Oh, we in there. Made your money, you good. Price shot up here, and we got a bearish engulfing. Boom. It's like at this point, it gets to a point where you're just playing like tennis. You're just playing ping pong at this point where you can identify these things. This is the 4-hour candle. So these, if you go to the 1 hour, you have way more candles, but on the 4 hour, you're just playing ping pong based on understanding what candles you're identifying. Bearish engulfing, you in there. Price came back down here. Bullish engulfing. You can't make this up, family. You enter, stop loss, protect yourself right here, or you could wait for the 4-hour closure. That's something I like to do now also. 4-hour closure, or you could just put your stop loss below. So let's say, for example, we're doing our stop loss. Let's see how much we're going to risk. Risk to reward. Long position.
Asian.
Talk to me.
I had did that one time on a trade, the Morning Star. I seen that, but I thought it was an order block, but I guess I had it wrong. But anyway, I thought it was still gonna go up, but it ended up going down.
Where did you identify it though? Sometimes if you identified in the middle of a trade, that's not considered.
That's what I did.
Relevant.
Okay, gotcha.
For a morning star, you got to identify it at the bottom of a trade shooting down. little pullback or something right here. See how it's pulling down? Boom.
Sure.
This is pushing up. You never want to identify something that's like
trafficking.
it's like 50-50 if you identifying something while it's consolidating like this or moving in the middle. You really want to catch it on the push up or on the push down. Right?
Okay.
When you see these examples, family, when you see these examples, they're always at the push. You want to buy low, sell high. Boom, boom. All right. So from here now, so now we're gonna set our levels real quick. 1 second. There we go. So we have our buy right now. So we have it set. We have our entry, and let's say we're pushing our stop loss right below. Let's say this is 40 pips. I want to do 40 pips. 40 pips. And I'm trying to get out the trade up here, up top. This order block right here. I'm trying to get out the trade up here. So now this is telling me my risk to reward. I'm risking 40 for 254. This is a 1 to 6.2 risk to reward ratio. This is the kind of trader you want to become in the future. You want to have really good risk to reward. Let's say you add it right here and you're trying to get out the trade right here. You're trying to get out right here, for example. So now you add a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio. You're risking 40 to win 103 pips. Does that make sense, family? You see this right here. And I'm just going to mark up some of these things real quick. Boom. Boom. This is what we talk about, these pivots, remember? Boom. So these areas you want to target. So if you want to target this area, it's at TP2. You had a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. You're risking 40 to win 162. And we already did this one right here. Does this make sense, family? Drop a 9 in the chat if this is making sense, or if it's you got it, if it makes sense or it's making sense. Drop a 9 in the chat, family. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So that is our morning star. Evening star, it's just the opposite, family. It's just the opposite. It's a push up, indecision, push down the sellers. All right, just the opposite. Let's take a look at the evening star. This is what the evening star is going to look like. So this is clear in an uptrend. Got to be an uptrend happening. All right. Even looking at this right here, and y'all going to see this more and more often now. Trust me. Now that it's been identified to you, you're going to see this so often in the charts. It's going to be crazy. Look at this down. This is a big push, a down push right here. This should be a green candle, number one. This should be a green candle. But you see the down push, last big push, indecision. This should be a green candle because this is where it opened. This is where it closed. This is your morning star pushed up. Last big push, indecision, and your bearish candle right here. Evening star. Sheesh. Drop some fire in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat, family. This is connecting dots. Drop some fire in the chat. This is one way to trade. It's one way to trade. You just be patient, wait for your zones, and get confirmation. So who does this?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, can't it be recognized by that what's that, hanging man at the top of the trend? Wouldn't that be an indication that it's a possible reversal?
This right here?
No, the hanging man.
What's that? I don't utilize the hanging man. There's only certain ones I look for, to be honest. What is the hanging man? Is it this one?
It's an upside down hammer. It's let me see. Where's the hanging man? I just saw it.
Got one right here.
Yeah, that's one right there.
Okay.
And that's one right over there. Yes.
See, I don't go off this one like this, me personally.
Okay.
I gotta see this. Boom.
All
so on the
three.
4 hour, it looks like this, but we go to the 1 hour, there's gonna be more opportunities, more candles. So let's take a look at the 1 hour, for example. All right. And this is what I want y'all to do. Back test, family. Back test like crazy. Back test like crazy. And it'll be starting to become more and more clear to you. All right. So even on the push down, right? We identify certain things. All right. This is the push. You see this again right here. Now I'm gonna make it a little smaller now because we're on the 1 hour time frame. So the person that asked me, what time frame do you go and identify these things? This is your answer. I set my zones for the 4 hour. Once price is in my zones, I go to the 1 hour and the 30 minutes because this gives me little sniper entries when I can identify these reversal patterns. Because I can identify this right here. I'm in there. Let me set this up real quick. Boom. We're looking for a buy, long position here. Let's say stop loss is somewhere below. I could probably do, let's say, all right, let's keep it at 40 pips. Boom. You already know where we're trying to target. We're trying to target these pivots, right? We're trying to target these pivots. Let's go for this one. These pivots. So just looking at that, that is a 1 to 2 pretty much, a 1 to 2. You're risking 40 for 80. Up here, you're risking 40 for 112. And it's that simple, family. We just keep it very, very simple. You got to know what you're looking for. That is the main thing. Know what you're looking for and stay consistent.
Can you wash my bag?
1 second. Let me mute everybody, family. You have any questions on this, family? Do you have any questions? Please, 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 if you have any questions.
Adrian, Judith here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. These markups, are we using these for everything, for binary, for Forex?
I don't do
for
binary.
Just everything?
I
You don't do binary.
No, I don't do
So
binary.
this would be the Forex and the MT4?
Yep. This is your traditional Forex.
Okay.
You mark it up on your trading view right here. And then for
Yes.
example, let me see, for example. All right. Let's say, for example, you're watching this, and this is something you're actually marking up. You're watching it. The candle is closing from here. We got a 1 hour candle right here. This was a 1 hour candle, and we had, let's say, 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, and you're watching this, and it's shooting up, and we got 1 minute left, and it's about to close right here. It's about to close in 1 minute. Boom, I'm entering the trade. I'm putting it in there, market execution. I'm looking for the buy. Boom. Where am I looking for my stop loss? Below here somewhere. Let's say 40, 30 pips, stop loss. Or you could do the 1 hour. Candle got to close below this for the 1 hour. If candle closes below this wick, this is the lowest it went. If candle comes and close below this, I'm out the trade. That's what it means when you see the 4 hour stop loss, wait for candle closure. That's exactly what it means. If candle closes below here, jump out the trade. It's not going our way. It closed below. All right. So now we just wait. Boom. We in there. You put the market execution. You got your stop loss. If you want to put a stop loss below here somewhere, and then your TP, where we trying to get the TPs, these pivots, these areas. All right. Boom, boom. These areas are your TPs. That makes sense?
Adrian, I'm able to hear you. It's Maritza.
Okay, talk to me.
Well, thank you for asking Victoria about her her post in the signals chat. Her response was very helpful. I appreciate it.
Okay, perfect.
So we're looking at these patterns, and then, for instance, like the Morning Star, when we see that candle closes, then we would get into the trade.
Yep, absolutely.
But like on a 4 hour, or if we see it on a 1 hour, does it work that way?
Yeah, you want to go down. All right. And that's a good question. On the 4 hour, let me see if I can find it. Let's do another pair. Let's do another pair real quick. Let's do the 4 hour. That's my Picasso right here. Beautiful markups.
Can you go on like a live, something that's already moving? Like,
Nah, the market is closed, mama. Market is closed.
can't eat open?
Now, I don't trade Ethereum, so I haven't mastered it. I don't know how it moves. That is Alexandra.
I was just saying so we can see like where, you know what I mean? I got
you. You just got to back test. If you start back testing, trust me, you'll see it. I wouldn't lie to you. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see if we could identify something real quick on the 4 hour. All right, so we're gonna put things into perspective. What do I mean by that? All right, price was shooting up. You see this uptrend right here, from here shooting all the way up here. You've been on David classes, you know about market structure, you know about the breaker structure, you know about the chart change of character. These are different things you're gonna learn. Who knows about the CHOC, change of character? Drop a 1 in the chat if you know about change of character, breaker structure. There we go. So we shooting up. We starting to see what? It's not creating no more higher highs or higher lows. We having a change of structure into a breaker structure. This on the 4 hour. If you go on the 30 minutes, you'll see it really clearly. All right. So once these things are being identified, now we're looking for sell opportunities, family. Sell opportunities. So for example, we're looking right here on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we got a pullback now. Boom. We got a nice order block right here. I just love order blocks. I'm sorry. Let's mark this up. All right, this is a point of interest. Point of interest. Boom. Price broke. You know, once it breaks, the floor is going to become the roof. You know, potentially. We're never going to say 100%. Potentially. It broke, came back up, retested this order block. Very simple. This all we marked up. Broke. Came back, retested it. Right here, we got a bearish engulfing candle, big bearish engulfing candle, all right, on the 4 hour. All right, so if we waited for this on the 4 hour and we entered, we'd have entered for the sell right here. All right, we'd have made some money. We'd have made some money. We'd have entered at 2894. Let's go to the 1 hour though, the same area. Let's go to the 1 hour in the same area. All right. We have it's shooting up. I'm showing y'all something. Stay with me, family. This is the power of top-down analysis. Shooting up. We got the bearish engulfing candle right here. Y'all see that, right? Drop a 2 in the chat. Y'all see this bearish engulfing candle on the 1 hour. Drop a 2. Once you see that, what are we trying to do? It's in our point of interest. This is our point of interest right here. It's in there. And we got a bearish engulfing candle. What are we trying to do right now? Tell me. We trying to sell, right? Denora, we trying to sell. There we go. So let's look at this. On the 1 hour, it closes. Boom. This is where you enter. Look at that big difference. On the 1 hour, enter the sell, compared to waiting for the 4 hour where we enter the sell. Drop some fire in the chat, family. Yo, y'all drop some fire in the chat. That is the difference with your top-down analysis. It will give you these sniper entries. Because on the lower time frames, you'll get these optimal entry points before the higher time frames. All right. So what's that difference? How many pip difference? Come on now. That's 82 pips. By the time y'all jump into this on the 4 hour, I'm already up 82 pips, chilling. Top-down analysis, family. All right. So I just want y'all to see that this is the power of understanding your candles, knowing when to jump into trades, and it tells you when to jump out of trades also. Like, it's a beautiful thing. All right, it's a beautiful thing, family. Somebody asked about imbalance. That's the last thing I want to show. I like to keep things very simple, right to the point, so I don't want to waste too much point. I just want to make sure y'all understand, y'all see it, and we keep it moving. So somebody asked about imbalance. Let's do the day. Let's see if we get a nice imbalance, especially when you have news or something. It'd be some real nice imbalances. This is the day time frame. All right, so this will be, we're going to use this example real quick. All right. This is your fair value gap, aka your imbalance. Yep. Stay with me real quick. Stay with me. Imbalance day. There we go. All right, imbalance. So this wick, this last wick right here, then we got this big body, and then the next candle, we got a wick right here. So in between, this is your imbalance right here, in between. Price shot down, we're looking for price to come back up and trade into this imbalance. All right. So we have an imbalance. Well, what do we have right above the imbalance, family? What's this? What's this on the day? OB. We got an OB for all my OBG members. We got an OB right here. Body to the wick. All right, stay with me. I see I just came to this. It's not something I marked up previously. I just came to it. All right, this is gonna be our sell. We're looking for our sell. So this is our OB. Price shoots down. We're looking for a sell. You already see what happened. You already seen what happened. I can't make this up. We got our imbalance. It came to our imbalance area, but what we have right behind it, we got an order block. So on the one day, you could be like, yo, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient right now because I see it's in our imbalance. Usually we look for sell opportunities, but I got an order block on the day right above my imbalance. I'm gonna be patient because if it comes up here and I can find a reversal pattern up here, sheesh. Sheesh, if I could find a reversal pattern up here, let's say here in the next 18 days, this is 18 days. 18 days, that's 482 pips in 18 days, all right? And based on your account size, whatever you're doing, let's say if you're doing $1 a pip, in 18 days, that's $482. Of course, we're going to have different opportunities to jump out of trades, jump back in, et cetera, et cetera. But if we identify this right here, we jump in a trade up here. I'm pretty sure y'all see opportunities to jump in trades up here. I'm pretty sure y'all see this bullish, bearish engulfing candles. And make this a little bigger. Y'all see these bearish engulfing candles. Now, why do we say wait for, if we're doing a day now, we want to wait for the day. You want to wait for the day candle to close where? Above this. The day candle got to close above this. Now y'all see why we say wait for the 4 hour and the day candle to close above? Because if you put this stop loss right here, this little guy just came and wicked and then closed right here. But if you're waiting for the day candle to close above, there's nowhere close. You good. Drop a 6 in the chat if that makes sense, family. Drop a 6 in the chat if that makes sense. All right. So we in the trade. All right. We on the day. Hey, we're not doing no 666. All right. That's kind of close, LP. I was about to boot you out the chat, LP. All right. So we in the trade. We in the trade. Where are we trying to get out of trades? My bad. That's numerology not saying, okay, my bad. All right, so we in the trade. Where are we trying to get out? Look at this. Order blocks. I love them. That's an area for you to jump out the trade. That's an area. That's one way to jump out right here. Boom. All right. That's the area to jump out the trade. Jumped out. Where's price going to? Oh my goodness, man. It's crazy. Where's price going to? Let's take a look. Where's price going to? Where is it going to? This is just you going back in the past looking for these order block zones, potential zones. Right? So looking at this right here, this is the day. If we go to the 4 hour, this is going to be like a big consolidation area. If we go to the 4 hour, this whole area is consolidated, right? Boom, shot up. Look how price. This is our order block, shot up. Patient, came back down, boom, tested it, shot. We made a lot of money. Came back, tested it. This is on the day. This is for people that's trying to be in these trades long period of time. On the day, came back down, big candle. So this is the last big push. This little, it's dying now. It's losing steam. This candle showing it's losing steam because this big push is losing steam. Then the buyers came to play. This is your what? This is your morning star. Adios. All right, I'm gonna drop the mic. That's it. That's it, family. That's it. Let me stop sharing. We have any questions on this? We have any questions on this, family? You can unmute yourself if you have any questions. Unmute yourself.
Where do you jump out from here?
Say it again.
Where do you?
Question, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear somebody. Yep.
Oh, yeah, Big Mike. From the last dip, the morning star in that order block.
Uh-huh.
Where do you jump out from there? Do you stay in?
Where would I exit the trade for the TP?
Yeah.
All right, so personally, I don't trade on the day, but some people will take the trade on the day because they're looking for this big push. So let's say if you're a person and you're swinging this trade, you in it for the day. All right, this is where you enter right here because it closed, right? Enter. You're looking for what? What I talked about earlier. We're looking for pivots. We got a pivot here. And then we're looking to target these areas up here. All right, so let's take a look at this now. Replay. Get this out of here. You enter the market now. Remember, right? We enter the market right here. You in it. This TP1 right here we're looking at. TP1 up here somewhere, TP1. Maybe you want to make it closer right here. It's totally up to you at this point where you want to jump out the trade, all right? Now look up here now. What is this? Opposing candle. Look at this big impulse drop, like trying to get away from it. Whenever you see this impulse drop, price is always gonna, not always, but more than likely, it got to trade back up in it. It might go slow, but it's going to trade back up into it to balance itself out. All right. And that's what we've seen happen. So it's all about you being patient at this point. It's all about you being patient at this point. Let price do what it's going to do. It's at this order block first. It came to this order block, had a little reaction. And it's going where it's going from here. Are you patient enough to wait? How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 9 days you're waiting, and look where it went to, this previous order block right here. So this comes down to you as a trader. If this order block up here, if this is, let's say, 500 pips, right? Just throwing out a number, 500 pips. But you came up here and you're up 300 pips. You're like, man, I want to close this trade out. I'm happy with my profits. Close the trade out, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. If you want to take your profits, take your profits. Because as long as you're taking profits, your account is going to grow. That's what I always say.
Another last question. How does EMA, do you use EMAs?
Yes, sir. Do I have EMA on this one? Let me see.
I'm still having a issue to understand the EMAs.
All right, EMA, which one? Boom. All right, I didn't have it set up on this one. All right, let me set it up real quick. Boom, boom.
How does the EMAs help with your trades?
All right, I got you right now. Visibility. Right. All right. So we're in the trade right now. So it's two things we're going to look at when it comes to EMA. EMA is like a magnet, right? So when price really gets away from these EMAs, it's going to get sucked back down to it. I just want you to keep that in mind. I want to go too deep into it, but once price gets away from these EMAs, it gets sucked back down to it. It's an EMA, a magnet. All right. So we're looking at this right here. Price is shooting away a little bit, and there's two different things to look at when it comes to the EMA. Since you asked, I'm going to show you this real quick. All right. This is going to get a little bit more complex, but we in it now. We in it. Price was in an uptrend right here. See the uptrend? It broke above. Who knows what this is called when the 200 crosses above the 20 EMA right here? What is this called, family? The golden cross. All right. So now you're gonna pick up some stuff right here, bro. When the 200 crosses the 20, the 20 crosses the 200. When it crosses it up, that is called your golden cross. When this happens right here, sheesh, price is going to continue to shoot up. More than likely, it's going to continue to shoot up, especially on the 1 day. All right. So once you could identify this right here, this is where it happened. We put this little circle. This is where it crossed up. Look how prices continue to shoot up. It's in an uptrend, right?
Which color is the 200 and which color is the?
Can you see it real good? All right. So the 20 is the red. The 200 is the blue. Right? 20 is the red, and I just configured it that way. Like, you could change it however you want to change it. It's up to you what color you want to use and the thickness of the line. So the 200 is the blue, 20 is the red. So now when it crosses up right here, this thing really took off, came back, retested, and now you could use the 200 as a support. This is, like I said, I want to get too complex with it because we could get real deep. So now price shot up, came back, touched the 200 as a support and took off. So that is the golden cross. Look where price went to. It really shot high. Now when price crosses down, when the 20 crosses down to 200.
Isn't that the death cross?
There we go. You jumped the gun. Okay. Carla, you was ready, Carla. So when the 20 crosses the 200 down, this is called the death cross. This is called the death cross right here. And this is where we're looking for price to really make a strong move down, as you see right here. So
sorry, quick question. So the golden cross is when the 20 crosses the 200 on the uptrend?
Yes, sir.
And the death cross is when it crosses on the downtrend?
Yes, sir. So if you're identifying this and you see that 20 is looking across that 200, prepare yourself for a buy opportunity. If you're seeing this up here and you see the 20 is crossing down, prepare yourself for a big sell opportunity.
Oh
All right. So just to answer your question, those are two things to look for. And then you use the EMA as a magnet where price gets sucked to that EMA. And then from there, if we see reversal candles, we're jumping into trades for the sell or the buy. But that's all the EMA is, like, this considered a magnet, a big magnet.
Yo, Adrian, you can hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Quick question. When you say, when y'all say close above or below the key, is it the body or the?
I said close below the body. Close
Body?
below the body.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So we have the body right here. For me personally, if I got the zone right here, if I got this order block zone, it has to close below my zone. So if I'm on the 1 day, this 1 day candle got to close below my zone. And I would jump out from there, because why? This is the lowest it went right here, this wick. So when price comes back, you're going to see a lot of things. It's called stop hunts, liquidity grabs. This is when you see these crazy wicks, that is wicks, takes people out their stop losses and then closes back up. That's all it is. People, the market makers are just taking your money real quick. And they're going to continue to go the direction it was intended. So that's why these 4 hour and 1 hour stop loss closure of the candle is so important when it comes to that.
one more question with the EMA. I've also heard that they act as a trampoline. What would be the case with that?
So as a trampoline, that just means it's a magnet. It's a magnet. That's what I was explaining. So as a magnet.
Okay, so it's drawn to it and then it'll move away from it.
Bouncing off.
Okay.
Exactly. So now it's crossing down, and I want y'all to take a look at this, right? This is the death cross that's happening. Boom, death cross. And look at price now. Price is from here. Let me blow this up a little bit. From here, gets dragged back up to this EMA, boom, and shoots back down. Now this 200, this 20, it's just bouncing off this 20. It's bouncing off this 20, bouncing off this 20 until when? Till we had the big drop right here, and price got to what? Price is getting away from the 20 like crazy. This is when price has to what? Correct itself. So from here, we'll see price start to shoot back up and correct itself. If we go down here, I'm pretty sure we see something that price is going towards down here if I back test. If I go to the week, let's go to the week. And let's see what's going on here. Sheesh. That's a crazy wick right there. So price
Yes,
wick
it is.
knock these people out. Whoever was holding for the long, these institutions could hold forever because they got all the money. And then look what price closed back to and then went back on its way. So yeah, that's all it is. It's just a magnet, sucks you to the magnet, and then from there bounce off or break it and reverse. We have any more
Thank you
questions?
so much. This was
Yeah,
exceptional.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We got Alexandra. I think her call is 10:30.
10:30. 10:30.
10:30. Okay, perfect. Denora lost all my money. Charge it to the game. Money comes, money goes, but this knowledge, it stays forever, Denora. All right, we have any more questions, family? I appreciate y'all jumping on the
I
call.
was saying the institutions lost all the money. I typed too fast.
Oh, okay.
No, I ain't even talking my money.
Oh, nah, they got money. They be all right. They be all right. All right. So I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all on Sunday for the new people. And the next
Thank you.
answer in the basic call will be on Tuesday. So I'll see y'all Tuesday.
Respect, my G.
All right.
Yes, sir.